For those that observe that I've been behaving unwell,
Were they right?
there's truth to that.
Holy. Oh, I know what I was about to do. I forgot. I needed to see why my favorite creator quit. Oh, she apologized. Okay, yeah, I missed the whole arc. Okay. Fuck. Not that I don't want to watch this content, but I kind of want to see what was the leading up. Like, I wish I was online a bunch. Oh, Angelica. Right. Did she delete that channel? Still has it. Holy. Yeah, she's back. Never mind. It was clickbait. Well, not really, but she probably did. But I wonder what happened. Ranking African countries. Holy.
Ladies and gentlemen, the ASMR
You unsubbed to her.
is an
Oh,
absolute
bro.
shambles.
Come on. I'm not
As
supposed to
a
do that.
large creator by the name of Angelica
Pretty
has
annoying.
dropped
Yeah. That sounds about right. Did you sub to her main or like Angelica's grass? I don't know how you can say sub to Angelica's grass. I would be like, bruh, like get this out of here. Like I think I unsubbed to Nintendo. I don't want to see new thing. I'm like, bro, no, I don't have time for that, bro. Like all that fluff, I don't want to see that on my sub feed. Anyway, face card lethal. Okay. No one. Oh, Angelica's grass. Oh, that's I don't know. I would never sub to that. Not that it's bad, but like I know that's like annoying content I wouldn't want to see in my feed. But it's like interesting title wise. But yeah. But yeah, no one's ever said that Angelica's a bad person. Maybe. You know, she has some weird thoughts and that she's off the rails, whatever. But like no one has ever taken away her face card, bro. Ever.
a video that she quickly
'Cause you can't-
deleted where she made some pretty massive SA allegations from another ASMR creator, as well as called out a few other creators who steal her content, used her as a friend, and then people who P-word bait.
Needless to say, then I blacked out. I was like 100 pounds at the time. And I really, sincerely do not remember.
Yeah, like the transphobic ASMR, like, you know, like it was like either she was always teetering on the edge or just fully did it. It's just like, okay, like
How we went from the convention room to their room, but I basically made it to their hotel room. When I started waking up, she's on top of me, like putting her face on my face, like kissing me, and then trying to put her hand down my pants.
These are just a few
Holy.
of the claims that this creator made, and then quickly deleted the video. Mind you, the ASMR community, you know, where they like make the noises and make the mic things, and like for the most part, it's
Oh, no, I never heard of it.
sleep or goon, right? There's kind of a mix between all three of those, but
He
for the
had to
most
say
part,
that.
there's not a lot of drama. Now, Angelica ended up posting this video yesterday called Breaking My Silence, Angelica ASMR Drama, in air quotes, not ASMR, on her Angelica's Labyrinth channel, which she deleted shortly after, causing people to re-upload it. Angelica ASMR, Breaking My Silence, re-upload, uncut. And if you look, this video is 55 minutes and 24 seconds. The one that she posted, that she has now edited a bit of context out of, is only 44 minutes. Now, the beginning of this video, she basically talks about her introduction to ASMR and how she used to be a Mormon, and she ended up leaving the Mormon ideology and whatnot. She wasn't rocking with it, right? Because her ASMR content and being a YouTuber was affecting that. They didn't want her to do ASMR, blah, blah, blah. And she ended up meeting a guy, getting a boyfriend, and then collaborating with a whole bunch of other YouTube creators, ASMR creators, as her channel kind of blew up in size,
GB.
leading to her going to VidCon, where she would end up meeting up with Goodnight Moon, who is another large ASMR creator. And these people would kind of vibe, they would hang out, have a good time, and get drinks. To which Angelica did not know that these drinks were double shots, meaning instead of one, it's basically two. Instead of three, it's basically six, right? So Angelica and Goodnight Moon and another ASMR creator, you know, they're down in these shots, they're having a good time partying, to which it gets to the point where Angelica claims that Goodnight Moon SA'd her.
Needless to say, then I blacked out. I was like 100 pounds at the time. And
Okay, love you, Cam, but I want to watch the full video.
so I was debating if I should make this video or not. And I decided that it's better to just say my side of the story, air it out, and have it out in the public, than to continue allowing people to randomly speak for me, speak about me, and make up their own stories. Although I have always been very opinionated and expressive about it, I have never publicly made a grievance available for people to just whatever. So before I begin, I do want to warn you.
Yeah,
if you are someone who
55.
does not
Yeah,
like
55. I don't want to stream for that long, but I do want to get kind of a gist, and then I'll go back to what Cam
drama and
said.
would rather just pleasantly, peacefully sleep to your favorite creator, please, of course, you know, be mindful of watching this video. Maybe don't watch the video. But otherwise, let's get into it. So I started my channel back in like 2016. I made I think it was like a Klaus Baudelaire video first. And then I made a couple of other videos, and then the Peter Venkman video. But the Peter Venkman video was not the first one that I made. And I quite enjoyed it. I was like, this is fun, this is cool, but it was a very huge secret of mine because I was still in the Jehovah's Witnesses, and that is a cult. That is a legitimate, bona fide cult. it's much like cancel culture, actually. It's very much a cult where if, you do something that breaks
True, then the hardest
rules,
mix
you
rolling
automatically
three.
have to shun the
True.
person, and anyone who associates with
The
that person
hardest
automatically
mix.
also has to be shunned by proxy. So it was actually a cult where I was raised. Like, you couldn't think independently. Everyone was self-referencing, or everyone was referencing other people. Like, it was no independent thought. So the idea that I was making videos in my room was just like a huge no-no, basically.
Yeah.
So in this gap of time, I then meet ASMR Node. ASMR Node became one of my closest and best friends. He is just a wonderful guy, wonderful man, just as great as anyone could possibly be. He and I did date for a little while, but the fact that I wasn't religious and he was obviously a deal breaker, but he was just wonderful, basically, as wonderful as can be. He unfortunately did see the effects of what it was like to be in the cult, though, where whenever we would hang out, I would have severe social anxiety because I was always scared someone would find me, someone would see me out in public, and they would like report it back to the congregation, and then I would have to basically be the pariah or whatever. Then the Columba Rican Witch gained traction, and it was featured in a Spanish newspaper that someone within the Spanish Kingdom Hall that I assisted found, and they started circulating it, and I then got in trouble. It blew up in my face. I was like, this sucks. And yeah, I basically had to make my case where I'm like, I'm not coming here. Like, I can't stomach it. Like, I can't do it anymore. Like, I hate this place. It doesn't make sense. None of the theology makes sense. Like, it's completely different from anyone else. It's so satanic. Like, it feels like I'm constantly haunted. It feels like everyone's always watching me, like, in a negative way. Like, I can't stomach it. There's no room for intellectual thought. There's no room for thinking. There's no room for creative expression. Everyone's more focused and obsessed with what the other person is thinking, doing, wearing.
Let me see how much I can schizo umu.
Than they actually are about, like, actually observing and, like, valuing people for how they are or whatever. So yeah, I leave, basically. Then the Plague Nun goes viral. This is weird. I go from a church that made me the black sheep my entire life. Now everyone's like obsessed with me and trying to control me and trying to get as close to me as possible. It was weird. I enjoy creating stuff. I enjoy expressing myself. It's fun. But I don't like people who are like weird like that, like obsessive and like gossipy and all of this jazz. Anyways. So the videos I keep making is basically just to have fun, make me and my friend laugh, ASMR Node. Like, it was always fun to come up with like a wacky idea or whatever. And yeah, it was just nice. ASMR Node was the one who ended up telling me, like, you should date someone who's an atheist because you also don't believe in God, so then it would be an easier match. So then I finally meet my first, well, I wouldn't say it's my first boyfriend because obviously ASMR Node and I dated. Then in 2018, I get invited to collab with GB, like 2 months after the virality
With this
of
game?
the Plague Nun.
The best
And
game
so
to
I
ever
got, we made a
exist.
couple of collabs. And I must clarify, she and I were not friends. It was more like business acquaintances. Her husband started becoming a manager for a number of creators. He started collecting a whole roster of creators within the ASMR space. GB was the one to make ASMR into a business. Like, she was the one that kind of
Bro,
cultivated
so again, my first time ever being introduced to ASMR was through GB. Yeah, she was just perfect, bro. I'm still sub there. I don't watch the videos anymore, but like, yeah, she's the GOAT.
business like culture.
I would even
around
watch
it.
her streams too. I was that like,
And I
oh
was just kind of going along with the ride because I was like, okay, cool, whatever. But yeah, we were not
yeah,
friends.
bro.
I
Wolfie
spoke
put me on
more
to this,
to her
bro.
husband, who was managing sponsorships for me, than I did with her, which is fine. It's totally cool. But I do not like it when people say, "Oh, you and GB aren't friends anymore" and whatnot. I'm like, we were never friends. Like, we never.
Softy galoshes for me. What is? I never heard of that person. Oh really? Like somebody I know. Oh my god. Hold on. I remember when ASMR was huge. Kisses just for you. Ear eating.
spoke to each other outside of just business. Had I not gone viral,
No, I
with the
know.
Plague Nun,
I'm not gonna spend money. I'm just gonna upgrade my things legitly. No money needed, okay? None.
So in 2019, I get invited to go to VidCon, and I end up being one of the
Uh-oh.
panelists.
Okay,
And
here it comes.
a pretty exciting experience, but it was heavily tampered. So this is when things get very controversial, and this is where I'm going to light a little bit, or shine a little bit of a light as to what gossip or rumors or theories have been going on for a number of years now. So basically, Goodnight Moon and I, so she arrives to VidCon with PJ Dreams, and I was quite excited to see them because I was struggling with my social anxiety. Like, I was very stressed, I was very anxious, I was like very wary of, fake people, and they themselves were kind of fake
All right, bro, the
people.
queen's
Like, this is a
talking,
whole
bro. Everybody
convention of
shut up.
influencers.
Okay.
So it's kind of like, it's a bit awkward, basically. So when I saw them, I was quite excited because I felt like, okay, I know someone here, like, cool. So I started hanging out with him, and I'm under the impression that they were dating.
Oh, I'm
they
missing
were sharing a
context.
room,
Hold on.
it had one
I was
bed, like,
getting that
they were
situated. Hold on.
I was under the impression that they were boyfriend and girlfriend.
They got videos up there.
Because I felt
Evidence.
like, okay, I know someone here, like, cool. So I started hanging out with him, and I'm under the impression that they were dating. Like they were sharing a room. It had one bed. Like they were I was under the impression that they were boyfriend and girlfriend. And I think PJ Dreams was under the impression that they were boyfriend and girlfriend too. And that they were dating or whatever. And so we start hanging out with a number of influencers at this like little convention room. It was like a nice little like gathering or whatever. And I'm still quite like anxious, you know. There's comments being made about like, oh, I'm like such a squeaky clean, whatever. Just feel very kind of like tight. So I ask
You just
Erin
give
in the
that
room
off.
if she can get me a shot, and then another shot, and then another shot. So that way I can like get the nerves out of my system. I then go up to get the last shot, and it turns out that they were double shots. So I had taken 6 to 8 shots within like.
As someone who partakes in functional activities, you don't feel that? Like, I mean, you know what alcohol does to you? I don't maybe I shouldn't go outside, but like taking back to back to back shots, that's, even if they aren't doubles, you kind of don't do that. You kind of just take maybe 1 or 2, maybe, just to get loose, and then you see how you're feeling afterwards. But people don't make good decisions, you know.
An hour. And Aaron was not drinking. PJ drank a little bit. I think he drank like 2 or 3 shots. I don't know if those, like, I think those were 4
Yeah,
or 6
no, I'm
shots.
not gonna spend money on this. Like, I mean, nah. I already spent money on other like free to play games like Rivals and Overwatch, so I'm okay.
Then 2. So, needless to say, then I blacked out. I was like 100 pounds at the time. And I really sincerely do not remember how we went from the convention room to their room, but I basically made it to their hotel room. And the next thing I know, Aaron once again did not drink a single drop. PJ was kind of out of it. And when I started waking up, she's on top of me, like putting her face on my face, like kissing me, and then trying to put her hand down my pants. And then I grab her wrist, and I basically stop it from going. I'm like holding it still, and I'm basically giving a cue of like, don't, like, stop.
Damn.
But I'm like knocked out, so I'm like trying to like push her off of me, try to like whatever, and I just feel really weak. Coming to the rescue is PJ Dreams. He then jumps on top of her, and they start doing stuff. And that was my cue to just get out. I ran to the bathroom, I splashed water in my face, and I'm like, what is going on here? I then walked to the door, and I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna go to my hotel room now. And they're like, no, let us walk you there, because it's like 2 a.m, and there's like
No.
influencers. It's like a shady whatever, you know. So PJ says, let's walk you back to your hotel room, and I was like, okay, but I'm like clearly quite shaken. And then I asked him, I'm like, what happened? Like, what happened? Like, what happened? And they're like, no, nothing happened. It was totally fine. Don't worry about it or whatever. I start crying. I start breaking down. I'm like anxious and like whatever. And I wait a couple of hours until
Oh, wait, Wolfie here. Wait, which one is it? Which one do I need to do? I think it's this one. Or is it this one? No. Wait, how do I see? Which one am I gonna get? I forgot. Yeah.
I know that
think it
my
was this
boyfriend woke
one.
up, and then I call him immediately
Wait.
and I say, I think I cheated on you.
No.
And
Oh.
he was obviously stunned, and he was like, okay, just give me until lunch and then we can discuss things. And I'm like, okay. So then, obviously then he calls me in lunch, and he asks like, what happened? And I tell him what happened, and he was the one to tell me, no, it sounds like they took advantage of you. And I'm like, yeah, but like, what was I doing drinking so much? And he was like, you were with someone you trusted. Like, it's like,
I didn't
yeah,
have
sure, you might
enough.
have gone overboard or whatever, but like, you shouldn't have been in that like, that shouldn't have happened, basically. So I'm still like riled, I'm still like on edge or whatever. That same morning, she wanted to hang out, Goodnight Moon. She was asking if, you know, I wanted to go get buffalo wings or whatever, and I said no, that I was gonna stay in my room because I was feeling not well. Like, I was nauseous, I was anxious, like I wasn't feeling well, so I was gonna just stay in my room. And then she's like, you wanna hang out before the ASMR panel for VidCon? And I'm like, I think I'm gonna need just like a breather, some space or whatever.
Got a new job with the big company in Indiana. Been using that bread to fix up the project Torino ×3 or X3. I don't know what that is, but nice. So are you? I never knew where you were, but have you been like traveling a lot for work? That's good. I don't think I've ever knew where you lived.
And so we go to the panel, and I'm still trying to keep some space between myself and Goodnight Moon, where I'm like, just let me process it, let me go through it, whatever, like let me figure things out, let me just whatever. It's not possible. She's like trying to get as close to me as possible, remain as
Wait,
close
do I
to me
do the story to like?
as possible. And I'm like, this is making me more anxious. Like, this is making me more uncomfortable. Then during the panel, I rush out first to try and sit far away from her, thinking that Maddie Tingles is going to be sitting next to me. She then walks in front of Maddie Tingles and sits next to me instead. So then I'm sitting on the edge of my seat, kind of away from her, very sat forward, so that way I'm kind of like putting as much space as possible, basically. And I basically just can't look at her. Like, there's a few moments where, for a cue, like if you had to kind of signal normalcy, you had to signal like everything is fine, don't worry about it, it's good. I basically would just be like, pleasant, normal, whatever. But whenever she spoke, whenever anything happened, I would just zone out and just kind of like ignore it as much as possible, block it out, because for some reason it was causing me great anxiety, great anguish. Yeah, it sucked really badly, which was a shame because it was quite an enjoyable experience. Outside of that, I ended up making a couple of friends. I got to meet iDubbbz before, you know, Yoko Ono ended up destroying
True.
him. I got to meet Boy in a Band. That's, you know, also a controversial statement or whatever. And, you know,
Bro,
it was wonderful. Then she keeps insisting that we hang out. And I'm like, I need space. Like, I keep coming up with
I
every...
did the story to progress, right? To progress my character. Because I want to level her up. But yeah. Kind of don't know what to do. GB version. Oh. Yeah, because it's like the menu is so weird. In a YouTube video. Okay.
excuse under the sun where I'm like, no, it's okay. I just need a break. I just need a breather, whatever. She gets more and more annoyed with me, more and more mad with me. And I'm like, why are you so mad? Like, why are you whatever? So anyways, once the whole VidCon thing kind of comes to a conclusion, GB's husband, the manager, arranges that we go to Disneyland. And I'm like, cool, we'll go to
Disney.
Disneyland. My friend Cat Plant was with me. She was staying in the same hotel room I was. I had given her my +1. It was separate beds, so she was sleeping in the other bed. And she noticed that I was very stressed, very on edge, very anxious. And so she gave me some CBD droplets. And she's like, whatever you're going through, don't worry, sweetie. It's going to be fine. She's truly a sweetheart. She's truly, truly a nice person. So I'm like, I didn't tell her what happened, though. I was like, I can't, like, this is not something to gossip about. Like, I don't want this. To me, at that point, I was like, this is awkward. It's a social faux pas. It's nothing more, but it's also causing me great anguish. Like, and I chalked it up to, it's just, you know, whatever, but whatever. So then I find out that, unfortunately, PJ Dreams told Taylor Darling what had happened that night. And I'm like, why would you say that? But him coming forward and being honest about it, I said, and texting me about it, I was like, it's okay. I'm really not upset with you. You didn't do anything. In fact, if anything, you accidentally helped me. It's her that I have a problem with. Unfortunately, in his case, during that week, it was like he still had great loyalty and allegiance to Goodnight Moon. So although he recognized that this was an uncomfortable, awkward situation and he was trying to mediate between it, he was like, please don't be mad at her. Please don't be mad at her.
Interesting
and I'm like,
cast.
Then give me space to breathe. Not him necessarily, but her. So then we go to Disneyland. I bring Cat Plant along, and then I'm planning on just staying as close to Cat Plant as possible. She's kind of like my safe person, if you will. And apparently it's just not possible because then Goodnight Moon comes out of left field. She just bear hugs Cat Plant, like drapes herself over her and then starts staring me down. And that just made me go into overload. Like, I just couldn't handle it.
Yeah.
So then I walk away. I leave the group. I think they took a Disneyland photo together. I'm not in it. I go off on my own. I start taking.
I mean,
my
like,
own
it's
photos.
crazy that she acts and stuff she does. I don't agree with, but like, she did have some tragic stuff happen to her. I'm not gonna, you know, be like, oh, just cancel her because she's dumb and stupid. Not like bad things happen, but I mean, it's what you do with what happens to you is
Disneyland. I
kind of
enjoyed
how
it
people
because
can
I'd never
judge
been to
you.
Disneyland before, and it was my first time, and I enjoyed it. But she then starts texting me when she realizes that I wasn't in the group anymore, and she starts getting mad at me, saying like all of this stuff, getting like all whatever, saying why aren't I there? Why aren't whatever? And I then say, you're not giving me like any space. Like, you literally did something inappropriate. Like, I was drunk. Like, I don't even know what happened, and you're not even
Yeah.
acknowledging like how messed up it is. You're not giving me any like charity. I'm over here trying to like figure out things as practically and like organized and structured as I possibly can, so as to like not indict you as harshly as I could, and yet you can't give me any charity or room to breathe. So yeah, I block her after that. I'm like, I'm so done with this. Then I come back home. I'm finally taking a breather. I'm finally back with my boyfriend, with my mom, and I'm like super happy as I can be. But I'm still struggling with it. And I break down crying to my mom, and I'm like, yeah, so this happened. And she was like upset, but whatever, you know. Like, a couple days later, of all people, and I'm
Oh my
very
God, she's
eternally
booking
grateful to her for this, Elise ASMR then messages me, and she says, someone leaked your private information on 8chan. And I'm like,
Ooh, not
what?
good.
And they were like, yeah, they leaked the city that I was living in at the time.
She got
and they
receipts.
leaked your
2019,
boyfriend's
bro.
name
She
and his
got
politics.
receipts.
And I'm like, who? Like, how could this happen? Who's dragging my boyfriend into this equation? Then Elise finds out that it's Goodnight Moon's girlfriend's trans fiance, or fiance might be trans. I don't know. I can't tell, honestly. I really can't tell. I can't even, don't get me started. So I'm like, I thought she was dating PJ Dreams, but she's actually dating Ruby, who's engaged to someone who is like leaking my private information, my city, and all of this jazz. Like, her information was released a year prior, and I was.
I hope doing the story, I think, increases. It gets me some stuff. I can upgrade my characters. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know.
listening to her
Just watching
like vents
cutscenes.
about it, saying how stressed she was, how she had to move, and all of this jazz. And now they're leaking my personal information, my boyfriend's information at that
Not
time,
good.
and like it was insane. And I'm like, this is malicious. This is not just a simple social faux pas. This is like malicious now. And then oddly enough, a week later, she then flies into the city that I was living in at the time. And I'm like, what? It's like a week later. So I'm like, what is she doing here? Then it turns out that she's doing a collab with GB. And I'm like, okay, still, in light of everything, what the hell? But whatever, you know, the collab with GB. Then out of left field, she starts dating Marno. And I'm
Damn.
like, what? Anyways, I can't stomach seeing her face. It starts giving me like really strong anxiety, like issues. Like it was bad, basically. I couldn't stomach seeing her face in the thumbnails. It just disturbed me. It's like this. It's like seeing Chucky, basically. It's like this wholesome little like whatever, trying to
funny.
be as sweet and
Because you kind of look like Chucky. Like, I'm not going on for appearance, but like the hair
pleasant
color.
as
Yeah.
possible. And it's like messy as can be, basically. What also deeply bothered me is that now Goodnight Moon is doing a bunch of collabs with Always Slightly Sleepy. If you don't know the lore behind Always Slightly Sleepy, she used to do audio porn where she would simulate age play, rape, and incest. That's why she
Holy.
tries to act weird, wholesome, and cutesy on her main page, because she's trying to simulate a little girl. So apparently these are what progressives call feminists. This is what actually supports women, apparently. Her content
Stop. See, whenever she gets no, that's no one supports that, bro. That's not progressive. Calm down, Angelica. Right.
includes, for anyone interested, legal underage virginity taking, waking up daddy with incest, rape,
Like, it's
and
bad, but
a
it doesn't
BJ
mean
as the underage daughter.
holy.
She, of course, also appreciated the praise and feedback she got from her listeners who enjoyed her content as Avalon, who the hell knows. This last one is supposedly hers. I can't confirm that, but it's once again a little sister roleplay with a grown man. So when you see grown women like this dressing up as little girls, pretending to be feminists, pretending to care about women, trust me, they are the furthest from it. So, yeah, it was just not fun,
True.
basically. Elise ASMR and I had started talking around 2018. I enjoyed her content. I found her because of the Mata Hari video that she uploaded years ago, and I thought that her, you know, polyglot skills were quite interesting. So
Wait,
I
she
messaged
better
her,
say
she
it.
messaged me, I can't recall, and we just started talking about like our interests or whatever. And yeah, then she found all of this information out for me, and I was like, oh my god, like that's insane. So then she comes and visits me in the city that I was living in at that time, and we hang out. I tell her I'm bringing my boyfriend at that time because for my own safety, like, you know, it's just nice where if it goes too long, if it's nighttime, I would rather have him there to protect me, just to walk me home or whatever. And she's like, okay, cool, I'm excited, whatever. We take her out, we show her around, we buy her expensive drinks, we buy her expensive food. Like, it was, she loved it, we loved it, it was great. Then for some reason, out of left field, it was truly out of left field, she starts talking about some like vague, mysterious crap about what I had done. And I'm like, what have I done? Like, what are you talking about right now? What did I
Bro,
do?
she
And she was like, I can't
has
believe you
been the black sheep in the ASMR community. Like, she's so well known, but she's so infamous. And she didn't help herself, obviously. But like, yeah, it's unfortunate. But yeah, damn. I wonder
even
what
know
they
what
were
you did.
saying.
And I'm like, I really don't know what you're talking about. We took you out to a nice fancy dinner. We took you out to these nice like skyline
Somebody's
places,
chirping
and
in
then
the
we went home. Like
background,
that
bro.
was
They yapping.
what happened. She wouldn't tell me, and then she blocked me for like a year or whatever. Then she
Ooh.
emails me and starts spam calling me like a year later, basically saying like, oh, the reason I was upset at you was because you brought your boyfriend. And I'm like,
Hello. Who's that? Oh, is that Todd again?
No, it's not Todd.
Oh, sup? Hold on.
She's very interesting.
Angelica.
Yeah, she's such an interesting person.
Yeah. Holy, what was that edit?
so yeah, it was quite frustrating. I'm like,
Oh,
how is that a problem? Like, how is that
I think. Oh, okay. Yeah, my bad. I thought he was gonna stay, but nice baits. But she's very interesting. Yeah.
an issue? If it was an issue, you could have raised it before, whatever. So yeah, it was bullshit. But I'm like, whatever, you know, I still have loyalty to you due to the
Hold on,
fact
no.
that you helped
Everybody, stop. Wait. What am I even doing? I'm looking at cutscenes. I'm getting stuff, but what am I gonna gain? Okay. Oh, practice race. Oh, it's right there. I think. Yeah. And the images.
me out in the situation.
Oh, I hope this is furthering my
But yeah, it was
progression.
a constant
to get
drama. And it's like
stuff.
anytime I didn't respond to her for a while, she would then start flipping out. I cannot stomach friendships or people where they're like, if you don't message me, you're a bad person. It's like, okay, like, go away. Like, I just can't stomach it. So I'm like, I'm sorry.
She's kind of right, bro. Like, yeah. The best friend is when you don't have to constantly talk. And it's good to talk. I'm not saying it's not. But you have a really good friendship. You can go a month, a year without communicating and come back like nothing ever happened. But there's difference in just in friendships, yeah.
Like, I didn't mean to be like, whatever. Like, I'm good with you. Like, I have no ill will towards you. There's nothing going on there. Like, it's totally fine. Then she makes this video about me a couple months ago. And I'm like, where the hell did this video come from? Like, what the hell? When I got canceled, I told everyone that I know, don't say anything.
That's true. Don't say anything. Oh, what was that video? About Angelica Grass ASMR. Actually, it's just Angelica's Grass, okay? Okay. Real quick.
Hi, today I'm going to be talking about Angelica Grass, Angelica ASMR. The reason why I want to address this is because I've seen a lot of comments about this, as well as Reddit posts, and people have DM'd me quite a lot about my stance, considering everything that is happening. A lot of you say that I resemble Angelica a lot in her old days. If you've been following my channel for a while, you know that I've been on YouTube for about 8 years. I think I started around when Angelica started, and we
Not on my
quickly found-
2026 bingo card. Yeah, I know, brother. I feel like every time ASMR goes through this, like it's a super unproblematic community. Then something happens, it's like boom, blow up. Then it's like okay, then it's like ASMR is coasting, it's fine. But then something happens and it's like oh my god, ASMR. Then yeah.
on each other, you know, we collab together. I used to really like her style of videos. We have a similar sense of humor, as you guys have noticed, a similar sense of what ASMR is, sarcasm, blah blah blah. And we even met like when I was in the US. I actually went to Chicago to meet her. So she used to be a really good friend of mine. We talked a lot. I thought that we had the same beliefs, whether it be political or religion wise. Now
I would agree too. Yeah, you thought like what she's portraying, you would think, but she has a whole she's her own person. So yeah,
I do know it's been a while now that Angelica has
this is the Captain America Civil War of Ava's Toon streams, bro. For
done
real,
a complete 180 when it
it's
comes
like,
to,
bro, whose side are you
her
on,
faith.
bro?
So she is, I believe, Orthodox, which there's nothing wrong with it. I have friends who believe in God, who are Muslims or Jewish, whatever. I don't believe in God, but that's, you know, I don't mind. The problem is all of the posts that I've seen, she's been making all of the statements, all of the video essays, which are completely racist, homophobic, transphobic. She turned into somewhat of a trad wife, which I have a problem with, in the sense that obviously as a feminist I believe that every woman should do whatever she wants with her body. Like that's okay if you want to be a trad wife, you can be a trad wife, but if you're going to be shaming women for their choice, whether it be doing an OnlyFans, getting an abortion, things like that, this is a big problem for me now. I have received a lot of DMs. I've seen a lot of things on Reddit calling me out, saying that I haven't made my position clear. So I want to take this opportunity to really make myself clear, in case you guys have not noticed. I do not share those beliefs. I was hoping that Angelica was going through something personal, which I know that she did, and I thought that this was some sort of trauma response. I was waiting for her to come back to what she used to believe in.
Wait, I mean, do you have to? I know y'all worked together in the past, but like, I mean, did you have to come up with this and be like, oh, I'm not Angelica? Like, I mean, does that really? I don't know. Maybe she was getting. Maybe I just didn't listen right here, but maybe people were like, oh, you used to be like Angelica. What happened? Are you with her? Do you blah blah blah? So yeah.
She didn't. Just for your information, I have DM'd Angelica like a month ago to let her know that I was going to make a short video about this. She never got back to me. I think that maybe she doesn't even consider me.
Oh, so she was caught off guard. I think I'll go back a little, but she was caught off guard by the video, but she did message her about it.
Given the fact that I pretty much advocate for everything that she hates. You know, she's completely far right. I've seen horrendous
Schizo streams are back, y'all. That's
horrendous
it.
statements about
I'm back.
you know, politics.
I'm out of retirement.
About like calling queer people or LGBTQ plus people pedophiles, things like that. Things that are
Yeah,
absolutely
not good.
And yeah, I just don't stand with that. She was a really good friend of mine. I was hoping that maybe with time, you know, she would change back. I said that already, but she didn't. And maybe one day she will. When she does change, I'll be
change back. Like I don't know. She seemed. I don't know if she had a strong base and ideology. Because again, they said change back, but that's how she was, because she was not religious, and she. But I don't know. So it's like where she was. You don't know where she was
in the
before.
meantime, I don't think I want people.
Hold on. Where's I in that.
To perceive me as her ally or as anyone who is involved in whatever.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, because I mean, she was. Yeah. You know what? I was like, oh, why do you make a video? But like, kind of because you were associated with her. So yeah.
We are clearly very different. We are completely opposed when it comes to everything. So it is quite sad, you know. And we really used to have almost the exact same opinion about everything. I really thought of her as a good friend for years.
Ooh,
so yeah, I just wanted
not
to
anymore.
make that point clear, make that point so that you guys know where I stand, and you don't need to DM me about it anymore. You don't need to comment about this under other videos. This is my response. I do not stand with anything that she says. I am a feminist, a liberal feminist. I'm an ally of LGBTQ plus community. You guys know, I mean, you follow my channel, you watch my videos. So yeah, I just wanted to say that, and I'll see you tomorrow for another video. Bye.
Bye. Nice. Okay, got that context.
Mean to be like whatever, like I'm good with you, like I have no ill will towards you, there's nothing going on there, like it's totally fine. Then she makes this video about me a couple months ago, and I'm like, where the hell did this video come from? Like what the hell? When I got canceled, I told everyone that I know, don't say anything, because if you do, they'll shun you too. This is cult tactics. I told them all, stay quiet. So she then decides out of left field to start defending me. And then I start noticing a pattern. are you trying to get attention through me? And then she's like, no, 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 I would never do that. And then she would say things like, I hope you don't think that, you know, I'm copying your ideas or whatever. And I'm like, no, I just assume that we have the same interests. I just assume that we're like, you know, whatever. But what strikes me as odd is that not only did she make this video, then I go to check the DMs. The last DM we talked about was basically just catching up on her work, catching up on her life, catching up on her hobbies. She asks me, how am I doing? I'm saying I'm just taking care of my place, taking care of the house, boring as can be. Then she tells me later, a year later, she's like, oh, I'm gonna make a video about you just because, you know, I wanna make sure that no one thinks I think the way you do. And I'm like, that's fine. Like, you know, clarify your opinions. I have no problem with this. I have my opinions. You're entitled to yours. But then during this video, she starts reviewing all of this bullshit where she's like, I don't know if she even likes women and all of this nonsense.
I was hoping that Angelica was going through something personal, which I know that she did, and I thought that this was some sort of trauma response. I was waiting for her to come back to what she used to believe in. She didn't. Just for your information, I have DM'd Angelica like a month ago to let her know that I was going to make a short video about this. She never got back to me. I think that maybe she doesn't even consider me a friend anymore, given the fact that I pretty much advocate for everything that she hates. She was a really good friend of mine. I was hoping that maybe with time, you know, she would change back. I said that already, but she didn't. And maybe one day she will when she does change. I'll be here. But in the meantime, I don't think I want people to perceive me as her ally or as anyone who is involved in whatever she's doing. We are clearly very different. We are completely opposed when it comes to everything. So it is quite sad, you know.
So yeah, I'm like, I think you were only ever friends with me for attention, for just clout, for just like whatever. Like this was not a genuine friend.
I don't think so. No, that's not the read I got from it. This is her genuine response. You know, they were came together on similar interests. I don't think they were using her for clout because I mean they were, of course she's still a less closed it. She's still a smaller creator than Angelica, and of course of name recognition. But like, I don't think, I'm gonna be good faith, I don't think she was using her for attention and clout because I mean she could have done way more if so. Yeah, I don't know. I don't agree with that reading.
Friendship. Because then after she makes this video, she continues to actually directly copy my ideas. So where before she was very concerned about people thinking that she was copying.
But I thought you said it was fine. Well, it depends on how far she went.
Then she almost undeniably keeps copying me, where she starts doing like really
Yeah,
niche.
it's PR like, hey, I don't stand with her. She's transphobic and whatever. I'm separate from her, even though we were friends. I like her content. We have similar interests, but anything besides that, I'm staying clear from her. Yeah, I don't think it's like a, yeah. Because I know she's saying copying her content, but I mean, she was copying your content already. Y'all had the similar stuff, so what's
like titles. A week or two after I release a video where it's like, you know, World War III draft. A week later, she then makes a World War III draft. Elon Musk baby mama retirement application.
I mean, maybe.
1 week later, she makes a Elon Musk baby mama application.
Maybe. I don't know. Maybe it's ChatGPT.
Ranking your genes or rating your genes or whatever. Then she makes a video like that.
Holy, wait. She Angelica.
Like,
wait, hold on. Wait, let me find that video. What? Wait, is that real? I wish she still has it up.
Application.
I think I saw this. I think I did see the Sydney Sweeney what you call it thumbnail. Hold on. Holy Angelica.
Hi, the name is Sydney Sweeney, as you probably already know. So today I'm just going to be measuring your pant size. I think that
76, bro.
Give me 14.
Hold on, Angelica.
You're ugly. You think everyone's constantly looking at you and talking.
Wait, why is this the most replayed?
Being chosen for reproduction. It's très tragique, as I think the French would say. So, I also have black jeans. We don't use those.
Oh, I get it. I get it. Black.
Your jeans or rating your jeans or whatever. Then she makes a video like that. And I'm like, if I'm such a terrible friend, if I'm such a terrible person that you don't agree with, that you don't align with, why do you keep copying me? It's weird. Like the
He had a suffer Angelica, bro. Yes.
She a freak, a weirdo, a social outcast, but I have got to.
I have got to, bro. That's the quote, bro. She's a freak, a weirdo, a social outcast. Oh, that quote's never dying ever.
The last conversation we had was pleasant, so I'm like,
tell 3 eyes in a row. Hey, bro. Twitch. Gotta get rid of him, bro. Like,
spare me the hypocritical bullshit. It's weird. It was devastating because, as previously mentioned, she was the one to help me find out who the hell this person was that was revealing my private information. But then now I have to look back and think, was this just a way to become closer to me? So then I get into drama with Oh Diddley.
You gotta do the center. Oh wait. So is it like the stories, right? Like I would go into her and do like her specific stuff, right? I thought it was like general, like, oh, do the story and as you get things and you progress.
People start saying, how dare you attack a woman for her lifestyle? How dare you attack a woman? Like, you're being so sexist or whatever. I'm like,
Yeah, like right now I don't have anything, so yeah, I would think so.
it's so freaking devastating and weird. Anyways, so then I get into drama with Oh Diddley. And people start
Diddley.
saying, how dare you attack a woman for her lifestyle? How dare you attack a woman? Like, you're being so sexist or whatever. I'm like, excuse me. She came into my comment section when I ended up saying, don't waste your money at college spending like 6 figures worth of debt to study something.
Without education, you are in a horrible and deadly danger of taking educated people seriously. JK or GK, I don't even know who that is. If you have to spend 100K at university to study a worldview no one in the world instinctively recognizes or respects instead of learning a useful skill for society, you are not only the problem, you are burying yourself in debt for your insufferable elitist arrogance. Only go to school for STEM, medicine, or law, otherwise stick to the trades. Edit, no Patrick, your social deconstruction degree is not a useful skill, it is out of touch of propaganda. I still disagree. I think it's fine to do whatever you want as long as it's useful for your career. And I was like, only go for STEM, but like there's stuff you can do, yeah. I mean, of course, don't go to university for some maybe trivial majors, but like, yeah, if you do, just put in the work while you're there to where you can maximize your opportunity when you're out of college. And financially, yeah, she's right. Yeah, definitely. But even if you are going for STEM, you don't even have to go straight into uni. Like that kind of path is over, in a sense where it's like, get out of high school, go straight to uni, 4 years, and you can, bro. Because I mean, you're the first 1.5 years, you're gonna be doing basic stuff anyway. You're not gonna even take like 1 or 2 like core classes. You're gonna be the rest is just like math and English and whatever history. So, what you can do, just start at a community, do 2 years there, and then transfer, and it's like you could save a lot of money. Yeah. So in a financial sense, yes, but like you can get, as long as you put in the work and when you're there in college, as long as you put in your work and you do your due diligence, you show up and you actually networking and sharpen your skills, then yeah, you should be okay. But there's more upsides for other careers, obviously, to do that. Like we say, oh, basket weaving. I mean, how many basket weavers are there? I mean, you could be the best basket weaver and maximize all your opportunity, but you're still broke. Yeah. So
something like gender women's studies or some philosophy degree or whatever, and it's like, what job are you going to get? You're literally loading yourself up with debt slavery. Like, what are you actually going to do? And not only that, the education itself is going to wire you up for indoctrination. You are going to be the most unrelatable, pretentious, annoying douchebag that literally no one likes. They talk about education, but everything you learn in university is just deconstruction. It's literally the antithesis of education. You're not being taught anything. You're being taught how to not think, basically. So I made that point. And then I get a flood, obviously, of people being like, my theater arts degree was actually super beneficial. Okay, great. What do you have to show for it? $25,000 in debt at minimum? Like, spare me the bullshit. Then she comes along in my comment section saying how rich it is that a YouTuber is making such comments. And I'm like, who the hell is this? Why is she in my comment section? Trying to virtue signal. Then I look up her profile because I'm like, who is this? Then I recognize her and I'm like, oh, we had a conversation like 5 years ago. Why didn't you just privately message me? Why did you do this publicly? Then I see what she's posting and it's all like Belle Delphine inspired, like lolicon adjacent, like bullshit. And I'm like, hold up. You do not have the absolute audacity to post a comment saying, why is a YouTuber criticizing university or getting like, you know, some career that's like going to benefit you for your future while you're dressed up like a little girl as a grown woman for porn and literally sexualizing minors. She and I end up getting into a conversation because then she's like, well, let me debate with you on this subject. And I'm like, I literally would rather just pull my hair out of my head. I can't stomach people like you. And we start going back and forth about it. And she ends up saying, well, what about my clothes are so, you know, childish to you or whatever? And I say, the pigtails, the braces, the fact that you're putting filters and like...
I don't know what she's being ignorant. Like, you know what you're doing. Like, there's definitely trying to look younger. Like, come on.
Look like you're 12. The fact that you are looking like you're in a little girl's room wearing little girl's clothing. Like, what doesn't look like it's not a little girl's whatever? The fact that you're saying, like, I love whatever, like BJ's or whatever, meanwhile dressed like a little girl. And... she's like, oh, well, you know, how does that actually, like, mean anything, though? So I give her examples. We go through this whole conversation. We go back and forth. I can't even repeat some of the things that she said because it was just so freaking, like, vile and stupid. I literally told her, I'm like, I'm losing brain cells. Like, I can't continue with this conversation. Like, it's actually so freaking stupid. And then she's like, oh, but you know, I went to college. I'm like, and you proved my point. You guys are so fucking stupid and you think you're educated. It's actually fucking annoying. Like, I can't even, it was the most, like, it was so stupid.
She's about to say the
So,
R word.
then everyone keeps coming out forward. Freaking ASMR Glow. I haven't watched a single one of her videos, and somehow she found my 3rd channel and starts making fun of the fact that I'm like, yeah, no, like, there's
I didn't even know she had a 3rd channel. Oh my God.
a lot of things to criticize about feminism, and there's a lot of benefits to women in Christianity. And she's like, oh, you know, repent diddly or whatever. Then you have White Rabbit ASMR coming out of the woodworks, and it's like, you also could privately message me. You did not. You decided to publicly virtue signal. And I'm like, really? You're all coming out to defend a girl who's dressed up like Belle Delphine, dressed up as a little girl? And she's like, oh, she's only attacking me because I look naturally youthful. I'm like, you know, a victim in this equation. You can find old videos of her from like 5 years ago. Her face looks entirely different. She's definitely had work done or some filter put on. Her teeth were straight before the braces came along.
Yeah,
She
when
then
she's
put on
not
braces, and now
racist,
it's
yeah.
like, little girl, whatever. And yeah, like, she looks 20 years younger than she does now than she did 5 years ago when she looked like her age. So I'm like, spare me the bullshit. Your face completely morphed. Like, you are looking like a little girl to promote your OnlyFans. And you do it on purpose with little jokes and hints and winks about how you want daddy or whatever. Like, spare me the bullshit. And all of these people who jumped out of the woodwork, you can all go fuck yourselves because it's just so fake. It's like unbelievably fake. Oh my God. Speaking of fake, going back to GB. My manager used to be her husband, as previously stated. He was the one managing all of these creators. I was one of the first or second batches on board or whatever. And then out of left field, it's, oh, sorry, you know, I can't really associate with you. I can't direct any, you know, attention to you because you've been criticizing queer theory and you've been criticizing sex work. And we don't want to promote exclusion of sex workers or sex whatever. And I'm like, so by me criticizing something that I've already done and experienced, a marked woman coming forward with my own experience, saying women shouldn't do this because it's unhealthy, I was never traumatized. I will play clips of what I said years ago.
How is it exactly empowering for a teenage girl or someone who's very young to be talking to a bunch of perverts who are requesting sexual acts that she otherwise would have never even known existed? Because, like, in real life, if some random dude came up to you and told you, hey, do this, and I'll give you, like, $500 or something, you would probably get offended. So how exactly is this normalized? What exactly are young women telling younger girls to do and how to be? It's not healthy. And even if you do make a lot of money on OnlyFans, even if you do make 5 or 10 or 6 figures, great. But it has a short shelf life. OnlyFans is not forever. It's literally like max for like 3 to 5 years. And then you start to get haggard. And at that point, it's like you've entered a world that you once again wouldn't have done. It's a pipeline. It's a pipeline. It's a void. It'll suck you in. Personally, for me, this was my experience. I had a respectful audience because I already built my audience somewhere else and I was very well liked and I appreciate them. But at the same time, I also understood that the things that I was doing was things that I wanted to do. And a lot of them were like, respectfully, I'm gonna have to leave. And I'm like, respectfully, I understand. I said I was not traumatized. I'm not mentally ill. It is the fact that so many young girls are choosing this as a career path moving forward that is messed up. And the fact that people like Oh Diddley actually go online and defend it as a woman in her like mid to late 20s, saying this is a perfectly viable career for whatever bullshit that it's empowering.
We're talking about
no, I asked the question about me and then you started
I don't
talking
care about you. The debate's not about
I
you.
asked the question.
You keep making this debate about you. It's not about you. The prompt is
Okay, I just hate the Wilsons. I just hate the Wilsons. So I would be kind of prone to agree. Like, again, I don't do what you want, but it's just that there's consequences for what you're gonna do. Not consequences, there's like repercussions of what you're gonna do for sex work. I know, and yeah. So as long as you know the ups and downsides of it, and you still choose to do it, then have at it. And people can have opinions on it, but I don't know. Who cares?
is diddly empowered by sex work. It's our women, and I'm worried about women as a whole, not you. If you want to throw your life away,
if the debate question was, does nursing empower men? Do you think I'd be talking about men who don't do nursing or men who are in nursing?
What?
If the debate question was, does nursing empower men? Do you think I'd be talking about men who are in nursing or men who aren't?
I think we'd be talking about men who are in nursing, not you.
Okay, so we're talking about women in OnlyFans, which I am.
You are one of millions.
And there are many other women who feel the same way.
You are an outlier. You are an
so
outlier.
You now are conceding that OnlyFans can be empowering for women?
No, I'm not conceding anything.
So then why did you call me an outlier?
That's not a concession. Because that's not the prompt. I know you're not a debater. I know you're used to showing everyone your butthole.
And I'm like, this is irresponsible.
Where's you gonna go
this
for
is not
at-homes?
good messaging. So instead, I get excluded, and I'm the one condemned for criticizing things that are hurting children. Okay, cool. And then the thing is, when it comes to queer theory, I did not start this homophobic tangent swinging as hard as I do now. Now I'm pretty bitter. Now I do go pretty much black and white. Like, I don't want to deal with these people, like, at all. Because there's no nuance with them. There's no, like, actual critical thinking with them. So I'm filtering them out and saying basically, like, you know what, go fuck yourself. But in the beginning, all I said was that queer theory does allow and has a foundation.
And children, that's what we just do normally in, in Anglo-American culture broadly conceived, right? So one of the things that childhood studies scholars make a distinction between that might be helpful is between the figure of the child, right? You can think of as capital T, capital C, right? The child and actual children. And we have these sorts of ideas about childhood, right? That are actually really powerful and they actually condition real children's lives. But part of the problem is that the child is an ideal. It's just a concept. It's a story. It's wishful thinking about what we wish was true about how age is organized in our society.
In targeting children, and that is true. Gail Rubin, Michelle Foucault, Judith Butler, these were all queer theorists. Even the founding document of queer theory defends boy lovers. This was something I discovered when I
No, again, in my research of when I did the podcast 2 years ago, whatever, and no, that was a complete misreading of it.
was on the left.
From what I remember, I could be wrong, but from what I
I
remember,
would listen to people like Derek Jensen and other such green anarchists who I sympathized with.
like it was
especially
like
when I
really, it was really sneaky wording of like, oh, like boy lover, like basically children. It was something like that. I don't know, but I don't think it was like that.
Max Stirner and all of these like whatever, and in their distaste, their criticism of civilization, basically saying like the cities are going to absorb and like decay the rest of society, saying that there's not going to be any escape from it, kind of like a Ted Kaczynski kind of like feeling, a Ted Kaczynski vibe, although he actually targeted Epstein affiliates. So I'm like, Grace the goat! The goat! Can't, it's just, anyways. So from that, I started learning like, or I started noticing rather, I'm like, oh, that's right, they do mention this so much. Like, they just do it in passing though, it's always quick.
Oh, I messed
it's always
up.
like, testing the waters.
I should have made it.
But I'm like, no, they're actually coming for kids. Like, they're actually going to go after kids.
But I'm convinced that kids as young as 5 years old show signs of being queer. Work with kindergartners, and you see a lot of interesting things, like little boys who want to go play with dolls, or little girls who want to go play with cars. And it's something that I think should be encouraged, because who cares if you're a little boy and you play with dolls? Who cares if you're a little boy and your favorite color is pink? I work with a boy who doesn't care if you call him a boy or a girl. His name is Ethan, and he says it doesn't matter to him because he's still Ethan regardless, and he likes to be called a boy and a girl. So genuinely, I'm surprised when parents are surprised at their kid being queer. You're going to sit here and tell me that the child that you had that is now 18, that since they were 5 has been asking you to call them a boy and a girl, turns out to be queer, turns out to be non-binary, that's going to surprise you. I don't mention anything like
I mean, that would depend on the person, but I mean, kids do whatever. I mean, it doesn't. If kids are in daycare, they have a bunch of toys. They're just gonna pick up what they like. That y'all aren't there in the daycare to see what kids do. Neither am I. But I know it's probably not what they are saying or what the opposition is saying. It's probably somewhere in the middle where it's like, yeah, you have the edge cases where it does happen, but that is not indicative of all the children. Yeah, they're not. The daycare's not indoctrinating your kids of being queer. Like,
this to the kids or to their parents, just something that I've observed, but I genuinely
it's like she never left.
They lie all the time. They say that you can reverse puberty blockers. Tell me exactly how you can reverse lost years, lost months of puberty. Tell me exactly how you can reverse a chemical agent that is going to block a natural process in your body. You can't. And not only that, no.
Can't you? I mean, it depends on when you start and when you stop, but you can, right?
No one knows the consequences of that. Tell me
no
exactly
one knows. It's
how
not
taking
researched at all.
Doesn't deeply affect your body. If a little boy takes estrogen, that's going to mess up his bones for the rest of his life, and he's probably going to be rendered infertile. If a little
I don't have time to debunk everything.
She'll never be able to scream again. Did you know that?
Screwed? Bro, what edge cases are you looking at?
Her vocal cords will get larger because of the testosterone, but her throat will be bigger. So if she tries to scream or even talk, it's always going to be agony. So I came forward saying this needs to be criticized, not tolerated in a critical thinking space. In an educated space, critical thought is not allowed. So I came forward criticizing this, saying,
I'm like,
queer theory is having a foundation in this material. This is something that needs to be paid attention to.
Not true, not true.
And lo and behold, everyone starts defending and gaslighting and silencing and censoring and saying, how dare she say this and whatnot. She's lost her mind. She's mentally ill from the OnlyFans. And it's like I've said multiple times, this never traumatized me. This never affected me. This is not something that was a factor in.
There's a criticism. We shouldn't have done the, oh, she's mentally ill, she's crazy, she's off her meds. We should have critiqued her actual points and her thoughts. I think that's probably why she hasn't changed, because like, oh, she's mentally ill, what was she but like, how about just challenge what she's saying? That's where we messed up. I say we as in us, I don't know, the internet. That's kind of where we messed up, because she's gonna write them off as crazy as well, and nothing will get done.
She's lost her mind. She's mentally ill from the OnlyFans, and it's like I've said multiple times, this never traumatized me. This never affected me. This is not something that was a factor in my decisions. The reason I'm coming to this conclusion is because through leftist material, I'm observing something I find morally reprehensible, and I'm criticizing it because if you're allowed to criticize literally white men and Western European civilization because they're so oppressive and they're so predatory or whatever, why exactly can't I criticize people preying upon children, lying to children, preying upon parents who don't know better, socially pressuring parents through the worst mentally abusive, like...
Again, completely fear-mongered situation, but at that time, yeah, because I think now it's better where people can articulate and kind of push back. I hope, or at least more people can articulate and push back on these type of pushback against like queer theory or LGBT, but like even then like I'm gonna say like 2020 era, even before that, it was like there was the space where these ideas flourish and they weren't really challenged. They weren't even challenged within themselves. So it's like, if for someone to ask, which is why people get stumped on the question like, oh, what is a woman? What is that? Because like, one, it's not a serious question. Two, it is serious, but it's like it's more complex. So a lot of people didn't know how to combat the transphobia, the homophobia. Like people didn't really just like, it's wrong because it's wrong. I'm like, okay, yes, it's wrong, but like, why? Like if you can push back on the substance of what she's saying, then maybe she'll look even crazier if she's still like, oh, I don't care because blah blah blah. Like, you got to come up with like facts. Like you can't just write it off as
Slander
mental illness.
possible to like completely mutilate their kids.
Mutilate. Oh,
I
she
get
said
because it's against your bullshit, your agenda. The reason I also got to this
Agenda.
point or to that conclusion
Holy.
was namely because I was talking to a guy.
I'm
who
good, bro. Look at me.
Messaged me on TikTok, and he kind of wanted to date. He kind of wanted to whatever, and I'm
Is that
like,
you, Sar?
I wasn't really into it. Like I enjoyed the conversations because he was a very cerebral, very like, he was a smart guy. Like he's intelligent, he's perceptive. But the things that he thought were very, very informed by pure liberalism, and so he
Never
asked
mind.
me. I'll chalk it up to a mental exercise, but the thought process was certainly questionable. He asked me, what did you think about Ezra Miller and the whole controversy with him, like grooming a 12-year-old girl and taking her to a sex cult? And I'm like, that is fucked up. And he was like, but they're both non-binary, so like, he understands her. And I'm like, that sounds like grooming.
Not good.
And he was like, no, you don't get it. It's just that her conservative parents didn't allow her to be non-binary. So
Oh, I said, because they were saying, oh, this guy messaged me on TikTok. He wanted a date, blah blah blah. I was like, that you, Sar? Oh,
now
the
Ezra Miller's
song.
taking on the whatever. And I'm like, that's the definition of grooming. And this was a conversation that was heavily had towards the end of the Biden administration. The conversation was basically removing children that would not be trans by their conservative parents away from them if school administrators or if guidance counselors or whoever decided
On
that their
TikTok,
child is now
yeah, that's a
arbitrarily
death
trans because like
sentence.
they farted in a feminine way. And I'm like, that's really bad. Then I started looking into the Balenciaga stuff because it was just this huge thing where I'm like, why exactly do they have children in like BDSM wear? I go into that deep dive and I make a video about it, and I'm like absolutely shocked. I'm like, yeah, actually the movements that we're seeing nowadays, the policies that we're seeing nowadays, yeah, they're encouraging trafficking. Like, and these morons, these useful idiots, these
Hi,
baizuo, as
Jeffrey.
the Chinese call them.
The new term is called baizuo, literally white left. Baizuo is used generally to describe those who only care about topics such as immigration, minorities, LGBT, and environment, and have no sense of real problems in the real world. They are hypocritical humanitarians who advocate for peace and equality only to satisfy their own feelings of moral superiority. They are obsessed with political correctness, to the extent that they tolerate backwards Islamic values for the sake of multiculturalism. They believe in a welfare state that benefits only the idle and the free riders. They are the ignorant and arrogant Westerners who pity the rest of the world and think they are safe.
The
Yeah.
virtue signaling morons, like all of the people mentioned in this video, pretty much, almost all of them.
Don't do GB like that, bro.
They'll
Leave
go
her
along
out
with
of
it just
it.
because they want clout, attention, fame, and status. They are grifters.
That's not
all
what it
of
is.
them are grifters. There is not a sincere bone in.
I could say the same for you, even if you agree with it. The way you're going about it, I can say you're going in a clout, maybe grifting way, but come on now, come on. Yeah, I don't know, but I could speak for GB. She's all, again, I watched her live stream. That's how she is. Again, no.
In their freaking body. So I then come forward saying, hey, this is what I found out on the whole Balenciaga stuff. And people start saying I'm a conspiracy theorist. And I'm like, conspiracy theorist what? Like, it's literally right there. Then The Sound of Freedom comes out. I watch it, made me cry. It was that powerful of a movie. Jim Caviezel is a phenomenal actor. Oh my God. Passion of the Christ also made me cry.
I don't want to hear it. It's too ugly for polite conversation. But meanwhile, over 2 million children a year are being sucked into the deepest recesses of hell.
That man is so good. But it made me cry because it was talking about the sex trafficking rings that happened from Latin America into North America. And I'm like, yeah, that's obviously true. Like, that's something leftists understand. But yet, for some reason, if it's under the context of trafficking and migration, all of a sudden it just doesn't happen anymore. And I'm like, why are you proposing policies that facilitate this to happen? Like, anyways.
Knows, bro.
Then they're like, oh, you're uneducated because, clearly you don't understand the imperial dynamic, the imperial relationship between the United States and Latin America. I'm like, oh, no, please explain to me. Explain to me, white savior, what exactly it is that's going on there. Like, do you understand that they assassinated your president too? Like, JFK was like a regime change. You understand that LBJ like completely changed the administration. Going from that point forward, all of your presidents have basically been bought by one entity. Shabbat shalom. So I'm like, you guys are suffering the same way Latin Americans are suffering. It's just that Latin Americans are kind of culturally dysfunctional people. Like, we're more emotional, we're more passionate. That's just how we're wired. It's Southern European culture. So I'm like, no, we're all in the same boat. Like, this is the same people that are doing this in the Balenciaga case. All of its tentacles are being basically observed from what I'm seeing in these spaces. We used to have a concept about that when society was more cohesive, when society was higher trust. It was the weird, freaky neighbor in the bottom of the street or whatever that people would tell their kids to stay away from. Now those weird, freaky neighbors are the ones that are teaching your kids in public schools. They're the ones influencing you in your videos. They're the ones who are basically allowed all these positions of power and influence because the government wants them to have that level of degenerate control. So anyways,
Sure.
yeah, that was the drama there. That was the reason I got to the conclusion that I did. I'm like, yeah, no, this is actually a problem. These people only have like this, like, almost obsessive paranoid issue with like
predation when it comes to like a grown man dating a girl that's like maybe 10 years younger than him. Like she's 20 and he's 30 and like they're like, oh my God. Like that's literally like
I can agree. That was, and there was a time on Twitter where it's like there was like a age gap, but it was like, should a 30-year-old date a 24-year-old? And it's like, yeah. It's like, oh my God, you're a pedophile. I'm like, you're not a pedophile for wanting someone who's still younger, but like at a decent age gap. Like it was, I think people maybe took the meme too far or whatever, or maybe some people thought it was for real, but that was cringe. I can agree with that, but I mean, yeah.
so predatory. But then when it comes to like a grown senator ass man making laws to basically normalize diddling kids,
I mean, but that's not true. It's the, hold on. September, this is AI overview. So December 2020, California Governor Gavin Newsom signed a Senate Bill 14. Hold on. My brain is mush right now. Hold on. Senate Bill 145, SB 145, ends a law which address discrepancies in how age of consent and sex offenders registration laws were applied to LGBTQ youth compared to their heterosexual peers. I'll have to look into that, but on its surface, sure. If you just read that, they're judged different from people who are heterosexual. They're trying to protect them. No, I just think there's a little more nuance in the cases that would happen, right? Hold on, let me see. Age of consent for youth. I don't know. I have to look into that, because if that was the case, if that's the law that is actually in place that Gavin Newsom signed in 21, whatever, then that means without the narrative spinning, that is technically good for the left, but they don't like Gavin Newsom, so I don't know. I could just be speaking like completely out of line. Thank you, Nova. My favorite Uma streamer. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I'll return for this game, bro. I will. Thank you for the sub. But again, I mean, I'm not gonna spend time on this because I'm not gonna just take what you're saying.
LGBT awareness, it's like equality. I'm like, are you actually
Because
fucking
it's like,
serious?
oh, they just want to make it okay for and easier for you to molest children. Like, no.
Right now, people say like, oh, she went to Christianity because her mother passed away. Oh, because, you know, like she got trauma from OnlyFans or whatever. No, neither are the case. I basically realized in the light of what everyone is now seeing in the Epstein files, which have been available for like 15 years. This is not a revelation. The only reason now you guys believe in the Epstein files is because the government released it. You literally had to have the government tell you these files are legitimate for you to believe in it, because you need the government to tell you what to think. That's how brainless you are. I've literally
Well, there was no strong evidence. Like, it's just now coming out. I hate when people are like, Epstein has been blah blah blah. Why do you release the Epstein files under Biden? See, they're trying to cover it. No, it's because it's still under investigation. There's a lot. Like, he just got arrested. He was arrested under Trump. How he died, he got killed, suicide, whatever. He died, and then Biden came in, and I mean, COVID happened. I mean, that wasn't our wedge issue. And then now he wants to open up the stuff and like, oh, release the files, Epstein, blah, blah, blah. Then now you realize you're a part of it. It's just like, not a real criticism. Yeah, people weren't really going to believe it, but it wasn't that they were waiting for the government to say. It's just like, oh, we need more evidence. Because it's like, it's been a thing forever. Like, oh, it's been trafficking rings and this, that, XYZ. We know it's kind of true because, I mean, it happens. It's unfortunate, but it's like, for it to be a big top-down thing, it's still, we still don't even know how deep it goes. I mean, we know like Trump and stuff is in it, but like we still need to know. It's an investigation. Joe Byron.
literally been saying this is like observable fact. Like I don't need someone else to tell me how to think. I don't need someone else to tell me what's going on. I can observe and come to my own conclusions on my own. These people are so desperate for social approval, so desperate to be told what to do at all times, that despite the fact that they think they're rebellious, or dyeing their hair freaky colors, like good luck with the formaldehyde in your fucking brain cells.
I think I heard her.
For taking the SSRI drugs that their freaking therapist tells them to take to feel better. And it's like, are you sure about that? You look like shit. It's like, they then come to lecture you saying you're a bootlegger. And it's like, my guy, like the boot is up your ass. Like, are you actually being serious right now? Something else I wanted to bring to light during this video is that I love women. I do. I'm not in a gay way,
Yeah.
obviously, but I do.
Well, it's like, because last time I knew I was going to do one more training and then rest. Cause I just did one. I was like, okay, you can do one more, but then it's like, yeah, I messed up. You're
women,
right.
femininity, motherhood. I love things that are intrinsically feminine and
Yeah,
womanly.
high risk,
I
high
love it.
reward.
I
It was
love
like
That's why I hate it when
30%.
people started criticizing Gwen Gwiz, when people started criticizing Pelagia back in like 2018, saying that because these women are objectively attractive, that somehow they're now worthy of criticism, that now they're like just meat slabs on whatever. Freaking JoJo's ASMR then makes a video about her, calling her a hoe and all of this jazz, saying she's ruining ASMR back in like 2018. Did any creator speak out for
Your
Gwen Gwiz at that
fans?
time? No, they didn't. Actually,
Oh, like actual fans? Wait, how do I? What I see who my fan? Oh, like over here. What the fans even do? Nothing. I love them banana the gay way. Yeah. So your knowledge. What? Whatever. Hold on, bro. I mean, wait. Let me just upgrade my whatever these fans are talking about. They can wait, bro. I'll give you an autograph later. I give an autograph
defender
later.
at all. Why? Because they don't care when an attractive woman is actually being
Let me get
insulted.
some power.
Even though her nudes have been leaked, and even though this was like a response to that, no one came to her defense. No one cared. Then she leaves OnlyFans. And JoJo ASMR makes another video about her saying, "Oh, well, you know, she's fake. Well, you know, I can't believe really
Oh,
that she's being
I watched that. I don't remember. I watched that. It was
authentic about her leaving OnlyFans and all of
What
this
the-
jazz. Like, did she really leave OnlyFans and like all of this crap? And I'm like, are you serious? Why are you so obsessed with this woman? She's never done anything to you. She's nice. Why are you doing this? That's weird as shit.
Oh,
Again,
I
most
lose the
popular
run with
videos,
no fans.
Try-on hauls. In these videos,
Holy.
she would wear stuff ranging from swimsuits to dresses to bikinis, and she would, you know, show a bit of skin, have a nice time, and it was that. Bing bong baggity boom, free shenanigans, and a sausage sizzle.
All of these vocal bullshit ass virtue signaling fake ass bitches never defended her. So yeah, basically, I can't stomach the hypocrisy that I keep seeing all around me. All around me. It's like these people are so quick to say, "Oh, Angelica criticized O'Diddley because, you know, she was saying that she was sexualizing minors." Duh, that's her whole like shtick. But then when JoJo
not
ASMR
good.
starts condemning Gwen Gwiz for literally breathing, like this woman went into it, he criticized her, called her a hoe, started saying all of this crap, saying she was ruining ASMR. She then leaves. He then starts crapping on her, saying, "I don't know about this, blah 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 blah." Starts like playing like this bullshit ass role. I can't. He then starts making a video on freaking ephemeral.
The end game of
saying, "Oh, he said
ASMR,
the
bro.
N-word."
This
Can
is
you believe that? He
crazy.
said
It's
the
all
N-word.
crashing down.
Oh, I'm sorry. This man's entire platform, Ephemeral Rift's entire like personality, his entire shtick, is being an anarchist. Heavens forbid an anarchist does a heckin' politically incorrect thing. That's what they're known for. I would actually be more annoyed if Ephemeral Rift was politically correct as an anarchist. It doesn't make sense. That means that you're not honest or sincere. He's a sincere person.
I want
He also has been
speed.
raising criticisms and concerns about how many fake, annoying people started saturating ASMR for the business and money aspect of it.
True.
It used to be a creative space where you could make money, but
I
now
mean, they
it's
can say
filled
that
with a
for
bunch of like
anything. Yep.
desperate attention seekers and people who copy other people's ideas, and it's just so annoying. Anyways, so he then criticizes Ephemeral Rift, saying, "Oh, he said the N-word," and I'm like, "You said the N-word."
I'll be aware, there is a clip which has started to surface on YouTube and apparently on Twitter of a clip of me from 5 years ago when I was a 16-year-old teenager quoting and referencing another person's use of the
Do
N-word.
an easy race.
Like, are you kidding me? You used to look up Leafy is Here and iDubbbz and wanted to become like some knockoff version of them.
Saying it.
Back in the, like 5 years ago or some shit like that. You were called out for this. You are literally so obsessive and weird around creators that you've been called out for being fake and for being like really like creepy multiple times, even by Keemstar years ago.
Because you make these videos and you're constantly like taking digs at me. You don't know me. I've never even talked to you before. And all of a sudden, like this drama comes out with Leafy and you start
Yeah,
kissing
she
my
heard
ass, and
herself, yeah.
I think you're a fake dude. I think that whatever goes on in the community, you change your opinions to like support that popular idea.
So I'm like, you're repeating this pattern even with an ASMR. You're calling out random women who have never done anything to you. She's never said anything. All she said was that she's not a freaking lesbian anymore. And now all of a sudden, she's enemy number one. All because she decided that she's gonna try to become trad now. Apparently she's not allowed to do that. It's all like internet drama,
Nope.
internet gossip, whatever. But it shines a light onto the fact that it's like everything you guys think is going on interpersonally between the creators is not the case. It also shines a light as to how annoying and obsessive these people are. It's like this is not just relegated to fans or whatever. Like there have been plenty of fans who have actual friends, and we've been friends for years. These other creators can be obsessive and weird, just like any other like
Let's go.
sleuth online, I suppose.
Oh, damn, that was it. All right. I want to see what was the up because she's back. So I want what was the update? Angelica lied. She lied. 3 to 5 on Letterboxd would watch again. I wouldn't. Too long. Too yap.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is the end of an era as Angelica ASMR has announced that she will no longer be
Again, this is old, but like
posting content publicly on her YouTube channel. Now, this all shortly follows her video from about 2 days ago where she ended up accusing Goodnight Moon of SA and making a whole bunch of other very serious claims against a bunch of other ASMR content creators. And it's safe to say the video did not do very well. It ended up going viral on ASMR like drama subreddits and whatnot, eventually reaching my neck of the woods where I decided to cover it and share it around with a few other people in my community, leading Angelica to private the video, unprivate the video, and now delete the video permanently from YouTube after, of course, people started talking about it, and then putting out this statement on her community post. Now, before I get into Angelica's statement, PJ Dreams, who is another ASMR creator who is basically the third person, the witness of this SA, decided to also share his thoughts and share what happened in this situation, his eyewitness testimony, in a YouTube comment that Angelica pinned, of course, in the now deleted video, saying this. Angelica's story is 90% true. The only thing she got wrong was the drinking. Erin has spoken publicly about alcoholism. She drank. You don't remember how we got to her hotel room, but I do. We spent hours walking around the hotel while Erin kept trying to go to your room. Erin is Goodnight Moon ASMR, by the way, whispering me to head to our room and leave you two alone, no less than 10 times.
Oh, for the dialogue?
I could tell Angelica wanted me to stay, and I had a bad feeling.
She is. He's great.
I'm the jealous type, and for good reason. Erin eventually gave up on getting rid of me, and we made it to your room. I don't know if you grabbed something, but you were convinced to not stay alone in your room, and we all went back to our room. We gossiped about ASMR creators, and you asked about our relationship. I remember you asking Erin if I was the best experience she's had. Erin said no. I tried to hide how much that crushed me. I don't know if Erin was trying to get rid of me again, but she suggested more drinks, and you agreed. I went to the hotel bar and asked for a bottle. They gave me 3 cups of vodka with a couple shots each. Instead, I put a pillow on the floor, but you told me not to be silly and just sleep in the big bed. I fell asleep. Woke up to find you kissing. It was dark. I went down on Erin, fighting your fingers out of her while the both of you kept kissing.
if you end up in the infirmary, then yeah, you choose the second option. Okay, so I'll just
2 minutes later, Erin finished and he gave me a pat on the back saying, good job. I got the impression you were a little mad or disappointed, like I took something from you. We walked you to your room and went inside, continuing to talk about the experience and your boyfriend. You were worried how this would change your relationship. We consoled you and said everything would be all right, headed back to our room. Next morning, the 3 of us had breakfast, and you told us more about your boyfriend. I was hurting so much, I didn't even notice how much it all affected you. I'm sorry. 1 month later, I drove home to Canada because I was essentially broke and ashamed, expensive rent, meals, I was living in an unsustainable life. Erin blocked me from seeing some of her Instagram stories and flew to Marno to talk to him about alcoholism. When I confronted her about the secrecy, she broke up with me and apologized for catching feelings for him. And then Angelica said, the only part I disagree with is the idea that this interaction happened. The only part of the story I agree on with Erin is that I jumped out of bed as soon as he got her off of me, went to the bathroom, headed to the door, and PJ offered to walk me to my room. It's not possible that anything like this happened. So now we have 2 people versus Angelica, right? Angelica is the one who made this humongous claim of SA that people were already kind of like, wait a minute, if you were this, how did you do this? And how did this happen if you were drunk and passed out, blah, blah, blah. And, you know, it's already kind of like, okay, interesting. And then now you have Goodnight Moon, who said that Angelica started it. And then you have this guy, PJ Dreams, who's also adding a little more context that kind of backs up the whole idea that this was like just a mutual thing that was kind of...
And Matt, bro, I would never click that. I would never do you like that, bro.
Awkward, and once it got awkward, they kind of stopped, right? So yeah, it seems like PJ and Erin, aka Goodnight Moon, got their freak on, they did the dirty, and Angelica was a little jealous, on top of the fact that she was also in a relationship, so she basically cheated on her boyfriend with these other 2 ASMR people. Huge day for the unemployed ASMR fans. If all people
crazy,
to what little bit of their brain is able to consented,
let me give it a little
not
more
a lot
risk
there regarding SA compared to just awkward sexual encounter.
Last time I was half, and I actually wait. Well, I have 0% failure. Never mind. I can do 1. Let me do this.
Between 3 adults. And now we can get into Angelica's newest statement, basically retiring from YouTube.
Ooh.
I'm taking the video down for good. I came forward with receipts, I laid out a timeline, I showed messages. A witness came forward corroborating most of the information, clarified I didn't want to be alone with her, and included how the other person was targeting me beforehand despite knowing I had a boyfriend. According to the witness, she requested more drinks as soon as we arrived while I was already very drunk and already intending on somehow sleeping with me. I wasn't even aware that any of that happened. The only part I disagreed with him on was a section that contradicts what the accused and I both said. I immediately got up when he took her off of me, went to the bathroom, and left. I told the truth as I experienced it, and somehow that turned into me being labeled things that were never even alleged. The harassment has been disgusting. The comments have been sexual, shallow, perverse, cruel, and deliberately twisted. They already harassed the witness and keep saying ways to twist a story to protect their favorite creators. People who weren't there decided they know more than I do about what happened to me. That's insane. Let's be clear.
3 resting types.
Group of friends shared my private information and my boyfriend's information. That's targeted behavior. And the mob that keeps harassing me proves exactly the kind.
Because I mean, if I do rest, I don't know. But okay. Oh wait, should I make her rest now? Shouldn't she go into the race with energy? Like if I train her speed, she's gonna be like pretty much below half or whatever. Should I, like, when I go into a race, should I have the bar already up, or does that matter? You don't need a rest? Okay. Like the energy meter doesn't matter when you're going into races, just like when you're training. Okay. Okay, now I understand. Okay. This is why I was like, wait, where's this menu? Like, because I was doing the main story, I was getting cooked. I'm like, bro, I don't know what's happening. But yeah, if I want to upgrade my people, I need to do this.
Kind of environment ASMR has turned into. At this point, it doesn't matter what evidence I show. Some people have already decided who I am and what narrative they want. I'm not going to keep sacrificing my peace trying to convince people who are committed to misunderstanding me. For those who say
Energy bar also doesn't matter. Wait, the energy bar also does matter a little on the races. You can never go into a race with 0 energy. Okay. So I'll just, I mean, really, I just probably just won't get her past this. As long as I can do that, then I'm good.
remain strong, I have for many years.
I'll be good,
But the online space
All right,
is
race day.
It only takes me away from things that
True
actually matter.
racist.
These
Let's
people
go.
claim they hate me because of my extremist opinions, but that's not true. They hated me the moment I said I'm now Christian, because they lost their favorite atheist creator. Their hatred made me realize how disgusting, shallow, uneducated, and fake they all are, and I stand wholeheartedly against it all. They say I'm mad because I lost my audience, but I've been begging them to leave for years.
Ooh.
Since becoming Christian, my real life has become peaceful and strong.
I don't know. I'm not even going to try to dissect her brain, but yeah, I mean, this is who she is, bro.
Chaos in my life comes
But then that means she did the LGBT grift. She went into the community to gain an audience, and then but secretly she didn't like them. So it's like, hey, you're the grifter then,
I love creating for
Angelica.
the small community that's been with me for years, but I'm done subjecting myself to public spectacle and mob behavior. I refuse to keep feeding the crowd. If you want to be silenced, congratulations. I'm choosing silence. I'm done wasting my energy constantly worrying about my safety. Ever since I went viral, it's been a headache. I lost my original audience from 2016 to 2018, and I gained one that I hated. That's why I never spoke to them for 5 to 6 years. To the people who quietly supported me, thank you. You know who you are, and I know who you are. I will continue membership Mondays, custom video requests, and remain active on Patreon because I love our little private community, and it at least filters out these psychopaths. I only find real joy making videos for you guys because it feels wonderful. But I'm stepping back. I'm done making public videos. I'm choosing peace over
Hey, bro, you said
I'm logging off.
you said thank you for the real fans who still supported me and stuck by me through the times. Wait, why did it restart? Are you kidding me?
Guys, because it feels wonderful. But I'm stepping back. I'm done making public videos. I'm choosing peace over performance. I'm logging off. Angelica ASMR has decided to log off, right? We'll see how long this lasts. We'll see if this is permanent as she truly
Not
makes it out
permanent.
to be.
Spoiler alert, not
Overall,
permanent.
that statement was bogus. Nobody cares if you became a Christian. Nobody cared if you were an atheist. The reason why people started looking into you and like the reason why I ended up making a video about your rise and fall.
Wait, mention me. Mention me.
Change
Nah,
in who you are as a person was so dramatic that it was worrying.
Bro, I knew him off as like we were together in that, bro. All right.
Like I don't care what you do, live your life. I support this, I support that. To I hate this and I hate you if you are this thing, right? Becoming basically a super homophobic, transphobic person who was even making content where you were making fun of Muslim people, you were making fun of gay people, trans people, anything you can think of. You were just going after and making fun of people, while at the same time, like in their latest video that you've deleted, trying to go after other creators like Diddly ASMR for doing OF content and kind of dressing the way she likes and accusing her of being into age play and little and whatnot, and accusing JoJo ASMR of being a grifter who only makes content to try to bash people. While that's literally what you do, the only difference is you try to like disguise your content. I try to make it common or known in all my videos that Angelica, I don't dislike you, right? Like I don't hate you. I've reached out to you in the past when I was making content on you.
Holy, wait, what did he say? Hey Angelica, this was 2023. Yeah, I'm sure you have seen my videos and I'm curious on your thoughts. Do you feel as though I've missed anything or painted you in a bad light? And if so, I would like you to clear some things up with me. But what did I get? What did I get third? My bad, I wasn't looking. Oh my God, wait. Fourth, okay. That might just go all in on speed. Like I'm kind of like she's kind of balanced, which is good, but like I need to just take off with speed, and then I can do other stuff. It's still like strength and like speed, stamina. Speed and stamina, I'll focus on that a lot more. And of course, I want to be smart, so I need my wits. Okay, I'm always gonna go to school, all right? Okay, what he's saying. I think it'll be interesting to have an interview. So yeah, I remember he told me, he was like, I did reach out to Angelica, and she's like, oh, she's not gonna reach back. She's not gonna reach back out to me. Well, yeah, she did it. Okay, because you would have posted that interview, frame one, bro. You would have, that would have framed that. Okay. I think it would be interesting to have an interview or something and get to know you and your perspective more. Perhaps the internet is wrong about you. Is not known to be for being accurate about everything. Maybe we can have one-on-one podcast type setting or a live stream where we play a game or something and chat. I think, wait. Hold up. Never mind. I'm about to go in a whole schizo, but like, I was like, anyway. But I think it'll be interesting to allow you to speak about a situation in the community and elaborate on your positions and beliefs without my silly jokes and Kanye West edits. True. Hopefully, you get a chance to look at this and get a touch if you're interested. Blah blah blah. Yeah. But at the time, she wasn't gonna appear on anybody's channel. No. She might now. Might. I don't know. But back then, oh no, she was not.
I have family that's Christian. I have family that's atheist. I think you are a normal person, and I think that a lot of people just think you're like playing a character, or you may genuinely not be okay up here. And that's the reason why people make content about you and are worried about you. Again, because of how drastic your life just completely shifted, the ideas that you push, the things that you do. Ladies and gentlemen, let me know down below what you think about all of this. What you think about the ASMR Angelica arc coming to an end. It's crazy, guys. It truly is crazy. But I appreciate you watching. Peace out.
Thanks. He posted she lied again, but I don't really care. She did enough. Like, come on now. The satisfying downfall of Angelica ASMR. Hey, easy on her, bro. This saga will wrap up soon. I think, you know what? Since I was a part of the fire, I kind of stirred the pot because I remember I looked at the ASMR Reddit thread and my video was plastered and it's like, oh, watch this thing and blah blah blah. They're talking about this, so I didn't do anything after that to put spotlight on Angelica, but I should probably upload my thoughts on this. Okay, we'll see. The satisfying. So hey, bro, what's satisfied about that, bro? And I ain't gone yet. I'm still here, bro. Okay, anyway, let me watch her apology. Don't worry, Angelica. We forgive you. You didn't mean it. We all forgive you. I don't remember what you said about not playing.
So today is Forgiveness Sunday, and I've been meditating on what it is that I wanted to apologize for so as to achieve a sense of inner peace that is Christ inspired. This is not scripted. When I'm looking off camera, it's not because I'm reading something.
Oh, she's reading. It's AI. Go on complete. Yeah, I got cooked, bro. I should have went for the pre-op. I don't know. It's all learning experience, bro. Whenever I get the horse I want, I'm never losing a race, bro. I promise, never. So
of a song that I made years ago, and they overlaid videos of me from years ago in the video, and obviously the person was upset that I had changed over the course of the past couple of years, and I was kind of looking at myself through this person's eyes, and I could see exactly what she was kind of upset about. This sort of like peaceful, caring, loving spark that seemed to
skillless. Oh, damn.
Burnt out a couple of years ago. And I started noticing what it was that people were saying. There's a group of people who are genuinely sad that my sweetness is gone.
Tune downfall, tune glow up. Bro. But the tune glow up needs to be studied, okay? That has to be documented. I'm saying, bro, I was looking at my old, okay, hold up, slight schizo. I was looking at my old YouTube videos of when I was like, because again, I was looking at my content, I'm like, okay, I want to focus on YouTube a lot more. So, okay, what did I used to do? Because I was super passionate about what I was doing. I'm like, oh my God, I was chopped, bro. I had no drip. And let me see if I can find it. This was on my heavy YouTube grind. I was looking at my reviews of like this ugly fighting game, DNF. Where is it? Yeah. And I was like, hold on. This is YouTube Tune.
It's your boy Tune. And
oh my God.
in today's video, I'm going to go over the new upcoming fighting game called DNF.
Like, bro, the Tune Globe needs to be studied, bro.
Yes, they did. And what I think about the game in general. But before we get into it, make sure to subscribe.
But when I watched this, I was like, bro, I did this? Like, bro, it sounded like a YouTuber, bro. Like, I wrote the script and everything. I did the editing. The editing matched up. I put the clips. I had references. Oh my God, I was so passionate. Almost Man era, yeah.
And like
because wait, this was 2021, bro. You think I was going outside and getting haircuts like that? No.
It took me a while to make this, game release worldwide.
Oh, you hear the chill banger?
This, I'm busy doing other things, but hey, better to get my like now.
Yeah.
Looking at it, it looks pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's the easiest fighting game.
Yeah. AOS Tune, bro. What happened to him, bro? What happened? Okay. The old setup. Yo, you never seen that old setup. You may know like the me in that other room, but not that setup. That is gone. Okay. The rebrand is crazy too. I'm not gonna lie. The rebrand's crazy. Okay, all right, Angelica. What are you sorry
Gone.
for?
And that it was replaced with bitterness.
It's a Rocky Wii U, yep.
And anger and wrath. And that's something I wanted to apologize for. These past couple of years, I've been speaking from a lot of pain, a lot of bitterness, a lot of rage, a lot of anger, and there's just no need. I've said and done things that...
So then they were right. Angelica, come back to where you used to be. Like, what happened? You used to blah, blah, blah. Like damn. So I'm like, bro, she was so... I know, but she kept it up for so long. Like, how long ago did I make my video about her? Like, what, 3-4 years ago? Like, well, 3 years ago. Not that long ago. I don't know. But yeah, she was so angry. She was... Damn.
I can come to regret.
It's like, yeah, bad things did happen to her, but I'm saying, like, it depends on what you do with that. Like, you had a bad upbringing, but don't then terrorize other people and then make your life bad. Like, kind of learn from it.
The things that I've said and done have been said and done in reaction to things. And I think, honestly, that's true of a lot of people nowadays. It just seems like there's so much hysteria of just people trying to outdo others.
Yeah, child hatred era.
Out-eat others, that level of peace is almost gone.
Yeah.
Entirely. But my goal is truly to have the peace that Christ talked about over and over and over again, that sense of enlightenment that Christ talked about over and over and over again. So I wanted to apologize for the reactive behavior that I've had. In regards to the video that I made roughly over a week ago, there was a detail that I overlooked. I went through the text messages in regards to Elise, and I noticed that she and I had made plans to hang out for 2 days. I hung out with her for the first day, but I didn't hang out with her for the second day, and that's why she was upset. And then she was also upset that for the first day I brought my boyfriend along. I could tell I was under the impression that because she had opened up her Tinder again, that she was going to go date around on the second day. That was my misunderstanding during those text messages. So I kind of thought, oh, well, she's going to do whatever. She's going to do her own thing. But I think she meant that she was going to do that in New York. Anyways, it's neither here nor there. I wanted to apologize to Elise for having overlooked that detail. And I also apologize, of course, for not having hung out with you on that second day. As for Goodnight Moon, my commentary stands. That one is honest to the bone. The fact that she changed her story 3 times.
Again, maybe
more solid in my conviction that my story not only is true, but the details that I don't know about were probably worse than I thought. Especially since both she and PJ confirmed that even beforehand she was targeting me. And I'm like, I wasn't even aware of that. And it was confirmed that it was her friends that released my information. Maliciously, because I just said no. Anyways, it's not here nor there. It's not here nor there. It's just, it's just to clarify as to what happened in the last video. Same thing when it comes to sex workers, I must clarify. When it comes to the people, I don't judge them. I have no judgment in my heart for them. They are doing what they need to do in hard circumstances and hard times. That being said, anyone who normalizes the industry to other women, I see is very dangerous and irresponsible.
Right, the normalization, yeah, that's not good. I don't like the, oh, I need to eat. There's just so much other things. Like, yeah, I'm just, I never really give them that.
That's being cruel. And vice versa, I see any woman who
uses
uses
makes
child
it easier.
motifs or child themes to promote their adult content. But I do have a clarification because all of my videos that I've made on the subject have been basically about the industry and tactics that they try to use to recruit women into it. Returning back to the actual apology though, I am receiving help. I'm looking towards my community, and I have been looking at my community, and I've been listening to them a lot. My church community, for help and guidance, and talking to my priest about a lot of my issues. And he basically just always suggests and always tells me to just let go of the poison, just let it go, let it go, let it go.
Let it go.
So moving forward, I am going to do my best to just act in Christ's spirit of love, nurture, tenderness, peace, and care, and let go of the bitterness, the wrath, the anger. To clarify though,
the RA finale.
Between 2019 and 2023, the VidCon thing happened, which kind of jolted my nervous system. A couple months later, my mom was diagnosed with early stage cancer, breast cancer. The pandemic then immediately hit. The person that I was seeing at the time, unfortunately, became physical against me. 1 week later,
Not
1 week
good.
after he began, my mom passed away.
Not
And I found
good,
it very
bro.
hard to break up with him because I no longer had the one person in my life that was my rock.
What you thought?
And my mom did not pass away from cancer. She passed away from the medication. They had overprescribed her medication, and she had died suddenly and
Holy.
mysteriously.
Uh-oh. Oh. Now, rest in peace, obviously, but that's bad. But I mean, that's just further attacking whatever big pharma or healthcare. So, but yeah, that's sad. Not good. Rest in peace.
That ex continued hurting me a couple months after my mother passed away until I had to run away to another state. And
Let me just do this on camera.
I underwent 3 medical emergencies, including impacted wisdom teeth that I had removed. Then they got somehow infected, so my throat closed up. And I had spent a week in a hospital where I was just drinking soup. And despite the fact that I had helped so many people, despite the fact that I had a huge audience of people that were just super supportive, I was alone in the hospital. I kept begging anyone to visit me, anyone to be there. And they all had other plans. They all had better things to do.
Damn. That.
For years, there was no one. The only people who were around were basically just
Yeah, yeah, I can see that.
asking for money or asking for a place to stay.
Not good.
The one person that helped me, and she is now a mother figure to me, her and her husband, who is also like a father figure to me, at such a politically high time, unfortunately, since my ex was a communist, so he was the one that was giving me all of this communist material, even though I was reading
He's
it,
a
like I was reading
commie?
Parenti, Kropotkin, Trotsky, Goldman. Despite the fact that I was reading that, it was just someone who was politically different to me that actually helped me. He gave me a bed to stay. His wife gave me food. They took care of me after I had bottomed out and I nearly passed away. They were the only ones. And from there, I started to grow deep resentment towards people who claimed to be empathetic, claimed to be compassionate. Because when I needed someone,
They
all of
didn't
these people who
show
were
it.
around me, who claimed to be compassionate, claimed to be empathetic, when I needed someone, there was no one there.
Mm.
The first person there was the one that is accused of being selfish, yet they were the ones who opened their home to me. But that experience, I took the wrong lesson from. The resentment made me think, well, it's a political thing then. Anyone who espouses this brand of politics automatically now is...
I'm so glad she said it. There's only so much I can do. I'm literally a speck on the internet, and people don't actually realize this. Like that, I'm glad. Yes, at least she's honest. And it, again, it's sad what would happen, but like, yeah, that's. Oh my god.
fake, and I don't want anything to do with them because I don't trust them.
This is not political, but it's just
But the
like.
more I've reached a sense of peace, the more I keep reflecting on Christ and his message, the more I keep recognizing sins and mistakes within myself, within those that think like myself, within everyone around me, the more I realize it doesn't matter what a person thinks or believes, or like what politics they hold. It's just character. It just boils down to character. I was too traumatized to have that sober thought because I was in such a survival mode, such survival instincts, that I just wanted to scream at the void and get anyone that reminded me of those people away from me because I was scared. I was just
Yeah,
absolutely
I mean,
tired.
yeah, she's human. Get my
But it
stamina.
was wrong with me.
Yeah.
So, I apologize for speaking out of anger and wrath. There is a lot of things wrong with this world. There are a lot of things that are wrong with people in general. And it's really hard not to notice it. But it's not my place to point it out. It's not my place to criticize it. It's not my place to constantly bring attention to it.
I mean, you can, but in a good and healthy way. Is that? Let me see what you
The
said.
more I realize, it doesn't matter what a person thinks or believes, or like what politics they hold. It's just character. It just boils down to character.
I don't know why it skipped
I was
so
too
far.
traumatized to have that sober thought because I was in such a survival mode, such survival instincts, that I just wanted to scream at the void and get anyone that reminded me of those people away from me because I was scared. I was just absolutely tired. But it was wrong with me. So, I apologize for speaking out of anger and wrath. There is a lot of things wrong with this world. There are a lot of things that are wrong with people in general. And it's really hard not to notice it. But it's not my place to point it out. It's not my place to criticize it. It's not my place to constantly bring attention to it.
Again, maybe it's not. Then
It's
maybe.
only my place to make sure that I am living according to Christ's peace and enlightenment and his love. And not love as in this corporate trademarked niceness, but rather love as in just willing the
Unconditional.
best for the other person and allowing them to stay on the path
And
that they're on,
read
the journey
before
that
you
they're
go on your
respecting the fact
test.
that
I
they
mean,
have their
before you go on your
and my will is to remain
race.
observant of how it is that I'm not missing, or the way that I am missing the Lord's mark.
True.
So yeah. For those that observe that I've been behaving unwell,
And were they right?
there's truth to that.
Holy, because like again, I said, I mean, this is all in real time, so maybe I would have had the same take if I watched it as it came out. But these are my real reactions. I'm saying like, well, just to always throw mental health is not a good, I guess, counter to it. But there was some truth to it. But it's like maybe she took that as an actual personal attack, where it's like she knew it, but it was like it was so. She didn't even know how to express it. So it's just like, okay, you're attacking me. I'm not mentally ill. You're mentally ill. You're stupid and you're gay. Okay, so I'm better than you. So yeah, damn, rip. She admitted it, which is
I've
fine.
been responding from pain.
Oh my God,
And I do apologize
Angelica,
for that.
I'm sorry. You know, Angelica, I'm sorry. Okay, sorry. Resub, bro. She apologized. Just kidding. She's probably still annoying, but like,
Adage, hurt people, makes me realize that I did hurt people. Through my words, through my lack of
and you're
tact,
gay,
through my
exactly,
callousness, through my
bro.
resentment. There's always going to be a reason as to why it is that you should respond
And
in
yes,
kind
I'm a yeah,
or
nah.
pluck out your neighbor's eye for having plucked out yours. But in reality, it just leaves the world blind, and it made me
We'll
not even
see.
notice.
No, honestly, like, I mean, if you don't like your content, don't sub to her. I mean, you can apologize, but you're just like, okay, thank you for the apology, but you're still don't want anything to do with you. So that also gonna be true at the same time.
That if I'm
Like,
behaving
I
in a way
accept
that I
it,
do
but
not
okay,
like
Angelica,
being shown
bridge
towards
is
me,
still burned.
all that does is multiply the behavior I dislike and turn me into someone that I don't like nor want to be. And that's something that I've recognized as a deeper truth within Christ's teaching, that he doesn't tell us to turn the other cheek because he wants us to be masochistic. He tells us to turn the other cheek because it's more powerful to remain morally virtuous than to allow ego or pride to make us fall into
Strength
something
through
darker
peace.
than we might at first notice. For those that expected an apology that was a bit more mundane or politically correct, I suppose, something politically motivated,
No.
apologies that this is a bit more
Didn't expect that.
morally or philosophically toned.
Yeah, I know. People can't think.
But I do apologize for that. So yeah. I intend on continuing with videos, but I don't think I can continue with daily uploads. It's certainly taken its toll on my mental health. And it's been
Definitely,
years. The reason I continued making videos during those very extreme years is because I was also the financial pillar within my community, within my family, within my friends. It was literally like a handful of people were depending on me. So that's why I couldn't take a break. But I needed it. I should have taken a break, but I couldn't do it. I could never have done it.
I get you, bro. Come on, let me get first.
But finally now, having had over a week now without any uploads and just feeling at peace, feeling like I've given myself the chance to never have to make a video again.
Let's
I realized how badly
go.
the upload schedule, the years of it, the trauma that I shined a little bit of light on from the last video, and then the
Go. Oh
way
my
I've
God,
behaved
you're
and reacted
proving
for the past
yourself,
6
bro.
years.
Oh my God. That's why you're my main right now.
I realized how much of
Hey, but
it was
go.
all
Hey,
from
wait.
anxiety and pain
Here we
and
go.
reaction, basically. Me being reactive.
True, yeah.
For those that have remained committed to my videos and who see something in me that they like or see something in me that
No, I'm gonna
attracts them,
lose.
I thank you deeply for being so supportive and loyal and for wishing me the best. Like, I still to this day don't understand why it is that what people see, basically. But it doesn't make me not eternally, it makes me very grateful. That's why I tend to try to be as generous as I can be with all of my videos and with everything that I do. Like, I never want to be the type that sees my audience as an opportunity. I want them to feel like you have anything and everything that you want and have here.
First
Anyways,
placed.
I'm going to continue on my video fast because I need time to think and process and meditate. But those are my thoughts that I wanted to share. So yeah, I suppose if you have any questions, I can take some time out throughout the day to answer them to the best of my ability. But that's my apology. I am very sincerely sorry for having behaved in the most shallow of reactive ways and from anger.
Ranked mode? I don't know.
The reason that I chalk up a lot of the vitriol that I received to my Christian faith. Because
Whatever.
at the very beginning, when I was becoming Christian, the same people who would ask me for money or ask me for a place to stay, or who would try to control me through their own nonsense, were the first ones to tell me that I couldn't become Christian, that it was problematic, that it was X, Y, and Z. And then when I said I was going to become Christian, they asked me if I wanted to become a liberation theologist and all of this jazz. And I'm like, why do I want to mix my faith with politics? Like, Christ is beyond politics. Christ is just a way to heaven. Like, heaven has no politics. Like, there are fundamental virtues and truths. There are morals.
Not bad at
there is
overspin.
no,
Okay.
like, branded politics. So why must it constantly always be about that? And so my reaction when I saw people be critical of me becoming Christian was then to think of those people in my personal life who then had that issue, and it just triggered me all over again. And that's when I recognized it was something mental health related then, because if it was an emotional reaction over something that I felt was just painful, and it was an action taken in reaction, but not something like processed and decided upon.
Now study what the race you did. Study.
Anyways, that was something that I was thinking about before wanting to close out the video, just to kind of add a little more clarity. But yes, once again, thank you for watching this apology. I understand that most people will not accept it, and that's okay. That's fine. I accept that. But I just wanted to make that clear, that going forward, I just really am tired of being reactive and critical and satirical, I suppose. I'm tired of being enslaved to all that is wrong in the world and getting mad at it. And I'm tired of being enslaved by painful memories when I can just charitably let them go, like my priest said. Anyways, I hope you guys have a good night's sleep and take care. Bye-bye.
Like, I'm not laughing at her because I mean this is a serious apology, but like that the Angelica edit is yeah. Wait, no, I didn't mean to click that. I was trying to look. Oh my god, I didn't mean to press. I didn't mean to actually double click it. Damn, what a crazy. Oh, it's me, bro. It's me. It's me again. Should I take down my podcast of Angelica? Nah, I'm gonna keep it up. That's too many views to get rid of, okay? But hey, Angelica, you know what? As long as you acknowledge your wrongdoings and that path won't happen again, that's more growth than anybody would do on the internet, especially like someone who was maybe Christian nationalist or conservative. They wouldn't. That's why she's conservative. I don't know, but like no one would ever do this and be like, yeah, I'm wrong. I did this XYZ. She's so real, bro. Angelica's back, bro. She's the Kanye of ASMR. True. It was you. Damn. Well, I became Christian. I guess I can watch Angelica now. Like, nah, I'm not gonna watch her. But yeah, that's crazy. What a journey. What a journey. No, I mean, people have the right to not want to, of course, interact with her or whatever. But she cleared the air for herself. That's all that matters, bro. Who cares if they want to hate? If I want to still hate Cam Nuggets, whatever. Oh, downfall of Angelica. Yeah, sure. Funny, huh? But guess what? She at least owned up to it.